So this has been news that has been out for a while, but I've just been forgetting to talk about it, because this is really cool about Godzilla. This is some cool news about Godzilla Monster Planet. And I don't think I talked about it in my first round, but I wanted to talk about some of the stuff I may have missed, but also a lot of the news coming out. In particular, the other monsters that will be in Godzilla, in the Godzilla anime film, which will be called Monster Planet. And it looks like it's going to have a lot of original Toho kaiju. 2 in particular that were really shocking to me to have in here. Now, there's also a new timeline in this universe, so let's actually go through some of the other stuff before I get into the monsters. First off, Monster Planet will be the start of a trilogy of anime films, which I've kind of talked about already, mentioned here and there, but yeah. It's going to be a trilogy of anime films for Godzilla, so this is really cool. Best part, it's all going to be on Netflix. Not just Netflix Japan, but Netflix on a whole. So, if anybody needs me when this gets announced, you know where I'm going to be, just rewatching the shit out of this movie. So, yeah. That will be the first movie. I don't know when the other 2 movies will be coming out. I'd imagine 1 per year or 2 years. I don't know. Depending on how... Let's just wait. Let's just see Monster Planet first. So there you go. Trilogy and all that. So let's talk about the monsters that will also be in Godzilla Monster Planet. And it's several classic Toho monsters, 2 of which really shocked me. So let's talk about one thing first. Let's talk about the list of monsters. First off being Kamacuras. Yes, the giant mantis from Son of Godzilla will be appearing. I don't know if it'll be 1 Kamacuras or several Kamacuruses, or Kamakuri, I don't know the plural for that. But yeah, there was more than 1 Kamacurus. What's also interesting is that in this new universe, Kamacurus was the first kaiju. He was the first kaiju to appear, and he appeared in 1999 in New York City. So, yeah, Kamacurus was the first kaiju, not Godzilla. In fact, Godzilla in this universe did not appear until 2030. So roughly the same time when Section 9 was around. So yeah, Godzilla Ghost in the Shell crossover. Totally not happening. But when I saw 2030, I was like, oh, Ghost in the Shell. There you go. So yeah, there you go. Godzilla did not appear until 2030, and he kind of made his dominance over the other monsters, apparently. But yes, in this timeline, 1999 was the first time we saw this world saw a monster, and it was Kamacuras. Yep. So following that is, the other 2 monsters are Anguirus and Rodan, which I think a lot of us were expecting were the other monsters. Anguirus and Rodan were going to be in here. I think that was kind of a given, and it's really cool to see them both in this universe. Classic kaiju monsters as both friends and enemies to Godzilla. I don't think they'll be playing nice in this universe, but yeah. But they appeared in 2008 in Beijing together, and yeah. But however, in between that time, another monster showed up in 2003. In this timeline, in 2003, Orga appeared in Turkey. That's right, Orga will be in this movie. Hasn't been seen since Godzilla 2000, and it's really cool to see him. He was a one-and-done monster, but I think it's really cool that they're bringing him back and using him like this. So to have Orga again, another kind of kick-ass monster in here, and again, show up before Godzilla did, was really interesting. I'm really wondering since a lot of his whole thing was that he stole DNA from Godzilla to make himself look kind of like Godzilla, I'm wondering, since he appeared before Godzilla, does that mean he's, gonna look different? I don't know. So that's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, Orga's in this movie. And then, let's talk about the other 2 monsters that, blew me away when I found out they're going to be in here. The first being Dagura. If you don't know who Dagura is, Dagura actually never appeared in a Godzilla film. He was a Toho monster, but he never appeared in a Godzilla film. In fact, Dagura was actually an enemy of Mothra. He showed up in Rebirth of Mothra 2. Yeah. Think about that. We're having a monster from the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. I would have gone with Desghidorah, but alright, Dagura. So yeah, Dagura, man, that really put me on a spin. I was like, Dagura? Are you shitting me? Dagura? He's in this movie? Yeah. So Dagra is in here, and apparently I can't remember the year he showed up in, but he first appeared attacking Sydney, Australia, again in this timeline. So yeah, Dagra's in this movie, and then here's the monster that really tripped me up, Dogora. Yeah, Dogra. I know it's confusing. Dogora, for those who don't know, is another Toho monster who actually appeared in his own film. Even though he was a Toho monster and had his own movie, he never appeared in a Godzilla film. And if you don't, yeah, Dogora appeared in Dogora the Space Monster, or was it Dogora the Cosmic Monster? I can't remember. Yeah, he had his own film. Dogora is a giant cosmic jellyfish who pretty much absorbs elements and minerals all into himself, and if you break a piece off of him, he'll just regenerate into something else. Yeah, he was like a giant fucking space jellyfish. So, yeah, Dogora and Dagra were the two monsters that made me go, the fuck? Why are they here? So yeah, that means, yeah, we don't have Mothra, we don't have King Ghidorah, we don't have Gigan, but keep in mind, just because they're not in this movie, doesn't mean they won't appear in the next two films. Remember, this is a trilogy, so, yeah, that means that, you know, these guys, just because they're not in the first movie, doesn't mean they won't appear in the second movie. It just means that, you know, they're just, you know, maybe they're being saved for something else, you know, seeing Ghidorah and Mothra, as well as, you know, other monsters like Gigan, Megalon, a lot of other, and yeah, and because, you know, this also gives a lot of hope, because now that, you know, with Dogora and Dagra here, that means, you know, any monster from the Toho universe is game. That means because if you guys remember, they're all in the same universe, so, yeah. To have Dogora and Dagra here, that means, you know, other monsters could show up in animated form in this universe. You know, we could have kaiju like the Gargantuas. We could have, trying to think of another one. The Gizora, Ganime, Kamibis. I know Varan showed up in Destroy All Monsters, but he didn't do shit, so, yeah. And I know people are wondering, well, what about Toho Kong? They can't use Kong or Mechanic Kong. They can use Gorosaurus. Yeah, they can use Gorosaurus. You know, I'm trying to think of someone else they haven't used yet. You know, again, from Rebirth of Mothra, Ghidorah. You know, Ghidorah could show up possibly in this trilogy somewhere. Oh, man. King Ghidorah versus Ghidorah? It'd be actually kind of kick-ass to see. We could also have Kaiser Ghidorah. You know, maybe they could do the whole Ghidorah thing, like multiple Ghidorahs, like they're all from a different, you know, that kind of fan theory of they're all from, and what they kind of alluded to in Godzilla Rulers of Earth, that there are a race of Ghidorahs. Yeah. And yeah, it's really cool, because Orga, you know, it's cool to see Orga, because when I was a kid, I saw Godzilla 2000 in the theaters. So, I thought it was really cool to see, you know, I think it's really cool that we're getting Orga again. And yeah, but again, it's kind of like Kamacuras was the first kaiju? Really? Okay. So, yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of all these monsters showing up? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. Also, you know, what other monsters do you want to see in this trilogy? You know, do you want to see monsters like Gizora, Ganime, Kamibis, you know, the Gargantuas, me personally, the Gargantuas, just, yeah, what monsters do you want to see? But once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.